Seguimos con el departamento de microbiología. Hay una sobrerepresentación esta tarde, pero es que soy muchos. A continuación es el turno de Pablo y Ibort.
Good afternoon. My name is Pablo Ibort, and I am trying to finish my PhD here in the Estación Experimental de Jaén under the supervision of Ricardo Roca. And I have titled my thesis, Implication of the ethylene perception in the interaction between tomato plants and plant growth promoting bacteria, or PGPR. So, in a world with a growing population, there is a demand for a food security. So the aim of the sustainable intensification of agriculture is increase the crop yields, meanwhile decreasing the environmental impacts of the agriculture. One strategy for achieve both goals at the same time is the management of the rhizobacterian microorganism populations, because they can modify the root system physiology and regulate the growth. Furthermore, this is a natural interaction between plants and beneficial soil microorganisms, and is environmentally friendly, flexible, and low cost. One kind of the rhizobacterian microorganisms is the plant growth promoting bacteria, and they can have direct and indirect mechanisms, or maybe they can combine both of them. In indirect mechanisms, they can favor the root colonization by other beneficial soil microorganisms, for example the mycorrhizal fungi, or they can compete on inhibiting the plant pathogen growth for antibiotics, parasitism, and nutrient competition. In the direct ones, they are described several mechanisms, for example nitrogen fixation, phosphorus solubilization, and the production of plant growth promoting substance, for example leucins, gibberellins, or cytokinins. And regarding ethylene, the most research is done in the reduction of the ethylene levels. This is because there are several plant growth promoting bacteria that contain the enzyme ACC deaminase. The ACC is the immediate precursor of ethylene, so decrease the ACC concentration could decrease the ethylene concentration in the plant and diminish the growth inhibition produced by ethylene. Here we can find the ethylene biosynthesis pathway, the receptors, and the transduction pathway in the cell. So little is known about the PGPR effects, inoculation effects on this transduction pathway. In our experimental design, we have two PGPRs that are isolated from arid soils in the south of Spain. We have choose Bacillus megatherium and Enterobacter strains C7 because they have no ACC deaminase activity and neither ethylene production, and this is because ethylene production or ACC deaminase activity can interfere with our results. In plants, we have choose Solanum lycopersicum of tomato, Pearson cultivar, with the wild type as genetic background, and also the ethylene insensitive called Never Ripe, which has a point mutation in the ethylene receptor named ATR3. Coming from the different combination of bacteria and plants, we have 6 different treatments, and the growth conditions are well water conditions during 30 days or 60 days until the harvest. We always inoculate the PGPR in 10-day plantets, and the goals of my thesis are determine if ethylene sensitivity is critical for plant bacteria interaction and growth induction by these two PGPR strains, evaluate the effects of bacterial inoculation and physiology in both juvenile and mature plants, determine if bacterial inoculation affects the expression of genes involved in the ethylene biosynthesis signal transduction and response, and finally shed light on the plant-bacteria interaction and PGPR mechanisms regarding to ethylene perception using a proteomic approach. First of all, we have evaluated the biomass production, and we can observe in this figure that at 4 weeks post-inoculation, 30 days more or less, there are no promotion effects, only for Bacillus megaterium, that is the white bud, in the roots. However, at 8 weeks post-inoculation, Enterobacter C7, that is the grey bud, can promote the total growth in wild-type plants and never-ripe plants. However, Bacillus megaterium only can promote the growth in the wild-type plants. Thus, we have proposed a PGPR mechanism dependent on ethylene perception for the Bacillus megaterium. We thought about the colonization of the roots for this bacteria, so we checked the colonization rate, and there is no difference, no significant differences between bacteria and between plant genotypes. So the differences in growth promotion are because or due to the inoculation effects. After that, we evaluate the phytohormone content, the nutrient concentration, several physiological measurements as enzymatic conductance, photosynthetic efficiency, or chlorophyll content, and the content in root metabolites. In phytohormone concentration, there were no changes, so inoculation is not affecting the phytohormones. In the nutritional status, was more prominent affected in mature plants, and furthermore, it saw a high dependence on ethylene sensitivity, and the physiological parameters as photosynthetic efficiency, as stomatal conductance, and the root metabolites were more affected in juvenile plants rather than immature ones, probably because the plant homeostasis can counteract the inoculation effects. After that, we decided to perform a transcriptomic and proteomic analysis in order to shed light on the plant-bacteria interaction and know the different genes affected. So, through different comparison between treatments, we can evaluate different effects. The Bacillus megaterium long-term effects, the Enterobacter C7 long-term effects, the differences between genotypes in presence or absence of inoculum, and the specific and common differences between genotypes due to the bacterial inoculation. In the transduction pathway, ethylene biosynthesis and response, we have found several genes affected depending on the inoculum. So in green we can observe the genes related to ethylene affected without bacteria, in blue with Bacillus megaterium, and in purple with Enterobacter C7. But this is a work that is ongoing currently, so we are analyzing now. And in the proteomic analysis, I performed a proteomic analysis during my short stay in the Iwate University, Japan, using the shotgun proteomic approach, and we find several genes that are affected depending of the bacteria. There are, however, little proteins that were affected in common in wild-type plants or in never-ripe plants. With Bacillus megaterium, with Enterobacter C7, and when we compare the two bacteria. The main affected processes are the phosphorus nutrition and the antioxidant metabolism. So we decide to analyze if our bacteria are able to solubilize phosphates, and both of them, Bacillus megaterium and Enterobacter C7, they are negative phosphate solubilizers in comparison with the control positive. And we analyze the content of phosphorus in root and shoot. In root, we can see that Enterobacter C7 is enhancing the phosphorus content in root in wild-type plants, and in never-ripe plants is Bacillus megaterium. However, when we analyze the expression of the phosphate transporters, PT1 and PT2, we observe that there is no change in the wild-type plants, but in the never-ripe plants, the PT1 was upregulated by Bacillus megaterium, and the PT2 was upregulated by Enterobacter C7. So we can conclude from this figure that although the phosphorus content is enhanced in Bacillus megaterium never-ripe plants, there is also an upregulation that this could suggest a misregulation. And finally, 12, the antioxidant metabolism. We check the antioxidant catalytic enzymes and also the glutathione levels. We check the reduced glutathione, oxidated glutathione, the pool, and the ratio. That this is an indicator of the redox status of the plants. And here we observe that Bacillus megaterium in wild-type plants can increase the reduced glutathione. However, in never plants it reduced. Enterobacter C7 always reduce it, but we can conclude or we can suggest that Bacillus megaterium has an ethylene-dependent mechanism and is probably mediated by reduced glutathione. So, thanks for your attention, and if you have some questions.
Tiempo a una preguntilla rápida. ¿No pensáis que cada uno de los microorganismos está actuando a través de una vía diferente de sensibilización o de...?
Claro, lo que sabemos es que la dependencia, bueno, la sensibilidad al etileno a través de esta proteína de la PGPR es necesaria para que el Bacillus megaterium lleve a cabo su actividad promotora del crecimiento. No sabemos las causas, sabemos que es necesaria, pero todo apunta a que la interacción que se produce entre el bacillus y el tomate es dependiente de esta sensibilidad al etileno. También la nutrición en fósforo y el antioxidante es muy dependiente del etileno, entonces tenemos algo cross-talking entre las diferentes rutas de transcripción que nos pueden estar afectando al crecimiento de una manera indirecta, pero pensamos por eso. En el caso del bacillus está mediado por una mejora en el estado antioxidante de la planta, de la raíz en este caso, y sin embargo en el C7 es capaz de incrementar los niveles de fósforo de manera independiente del receptor de etileno. No te puedo asegurar que sea este receptor del que depende la actividad del C7, pero parece que no nos importa.